Hey everybody, I'm Justin with Built, and today we're going to solve a problem that I have that I know so many of you have. I have an outdoor shed and there is no electricity out at this shed. And so when I walk out there at nighttime, there is no light anywhere, and I do not see the raccoon hiding behind my lawnmower that's about to pounce out and scare the bejesus out of me. So what I want to do is figure out a solution to have light in the shed. And my friends over at Lepower came out with a pretty cool solution. This is your typical solar spotlight, floodlight, security light that you would put on the outside of your house. But we're going to change the game a little bit, and we're going to install this inside the shed. And then we're going to run the solar panel outside of the shed to power it. And what that's going to do for us, A, we get light. B, it's also motion activated. So as soon as I walk in the shed, it will automatically turn on for me as if it is some sort of magical valet. It has some cool twisty lights and stuff on it. So I'm really excited to put this in my shed and, do a little bit of something out of the ordinary. And hopefully it gives you guys some ideas too. Let there be light today on Built. All right, so this is my 10x10 shed. I'm gonna go ahead and get the lawnmower out of here and we'll get to business. So sorry if this video is a little dim, that's why we're putting the lights in. Now, my shed is 2 years old. I bought it as one of the kit sheds that the big box stores sell. And I know that my roof right here is ultra thin. That's what they do with the cheapo stuff. So I definitely do not want to screw it in here. I'd like to screw it here, but there's this weird stuff. So I think what I'm gonna do first is affix a board right here. I might even, throw two sides on it just so that it stays. And that'll give me a good place to mount this to that I'm not going to screw through the ceiling with. So that's the number one thing I wanna point out to everybody. If you do not know the thickness of your ceiling, don't screw through it, because then if you put screws to the outside, you're gonna get water into your shed. All right, so you're never gonna believe how easy this is. This is the plate that goes on the back. All I have to do is put 4 screws and we're done. That is the entirety of installing this Lepower light, which is great. I love that. All right, so now that we have the plate on, all we have to do is slide this on. Somehow, let's see. Should click into place, yes, click, yay. All right, so we're done. That's really all there is to it. So the really cool things about this are it has flexible side lights, so I can light up this upper area over here. I can light up where I have some of my tools up front. Even the big light swivels around and moves. I do kind of want that just shining down and illuminating the main surface. And then the motion detector is pointing at the door. So even though I don't have the solar hooked up, it does have a battery, so I should be able to turn it on. And I should be able to blind myself now, because that is very bright. I'm really excited to do a video tonight when it's dark out and show you how good it looks. Okay, so that was step 1. Step 2 is hook up the solar panel. So what we're gonna do is go to the exterior of the shed that faces the sun. Maybe let me turn that off in case it's blinding the camera. We're gonna go anywhere on the exterior of the shed, screw in the solar panel, it's just 2 screws, and then run the wire back in here, and it has a really long wire, so it should be able to reach anywhere. Okay, so we're on the outside back corner of my shed. And what I'm gonna do is drill the hole for this cable to go in from the solar panel. I'm gonna do it right under the eaves, if you can call this eaves. But at least if water's coming off the roof, it's gonna drip down and not go back up in here. After I put this through, I will put some silicone just to seal it up. You don't want any bugs or water getting in there. And it should be very simple. So what we're gonna do first is drill the hole. Go right here. Why the hell am I studs up? Woo! That was a long one. I think I hit a stud. In any case, it works. So, this cable, I just laid it out. It's got to be between 12 and 15 feet because it's longer than my 10x10 shed here. So for my application, I could have drilled this hole anywhere and still gotten it back to that light. So we're gonna feed this in. And I'm still feeding because this cable's so long. Wow, this cable's long. It's a good thing. It's a good thing. All right, so we're almost there. So I'm going to point it this direction to capture the majority of the sun. Let's see if I spin this around or anything. Yeah. Like that. There we go. Cool. Isn't that the way? And of course, I need a right angle bit. Right angle strikes again. Okay, I brought out my Milwaukee right angle. Let's see if that will get the job done, or if we need more extreme measures. All right, success. The trick is to spin the light. That is the trick. Just gonna feed the rest of this cable through. Great. I'll come back to silicone this and let's go in and hook it up and we're finished. Okay, so now that we're on the inside, I'm gonna grab this wire. I'm gonna zip tie a whole bunch of the extra wire because there's gonna be a ton of it. And then I'm also gonna run it up to the unit. As I go, I'm gonna use a specialty electrical staple gun. So this is called a low voltage staple gun. And what it does is it has this little U shape in the front, so that when it shoots the staple onto an electrical wire, rather than like pinching it and maybe damaging it, it has this little hump that allows the wire to pass through graciously. Graciously? Is graciously a word? I don't think it's a word. Let's continue. Stop your babbling, Justin. Okay, so probably the best solution is I'm going to run the wire first and then staple it on the way down. Oh look, I do have another Ryobi tool. It's a chemical sprayer. Look at that. I can't tell you how many times I just randomly find tools like, oh, look at that thing. I forgot I had it. All right, now that I have it all stapled, I have all this extra. It's actually less than I thought it would be, but no matter what, we'll still go ahead and zip tie it back here so it's out of the way and it's not gonna look unsightly or anything. Okay, so it's on. We're gonna come back tonight and check out how it looks. Lepower actually sent me 2 of these things and they're so easy to install. I decided to put one out on a tree right where my kids play soccer out here. There's no way I could have ever gotten power out here, so putting a solar one is just so easy. And the fact I can just snap it on is awesome. There we go. Easy. All right, so here we go. Let's test it out. Oh! Excellent, excellent. Exactly what I wanted. Well, now I have motion activated lights in here. It's super bright. Definitely not gonna get attacked by any pesky raccoons in the dark in here. So very happy about that. And I would definitely recommend this build for anybody. It's so easy and it really does the job. All right, so that was my simple solution to put light where I had no power out in my shed. I like simple solutions to answers like that. And I know so many people that have sheds that do not have any lights in them, and this is a really easy thing that you can do. You don't even need to drill in the wall if you wanted to. You could just run it out right above the door. Most shed doors are not the most airtight, snug things in the world. So I want to say special thanks to Lepower. You sent out a really cool light. I liked that it had 3 heads that could move. I liked the brightness. And I liked how easy it was to install. So if any of you are interested in that, I put a link down to Amazon in the description of the video. As always, stay safe in the shop, and I will see you in the next one.